Yes. So for the beginning, okay, when we want to find the rate of change, we have to put the u and the v, correct? So, okay, Ziqi, the u is 3x. So what is u prime, Ziqi?
3.
3. Okay, the v is e to the power negative 0.5x. Ziqi, what is v prime?
Negative 1 over 2 e negative power negative x over 2.
Yeah, so you can, I write as this, negative 0.5x, then power times by the derivative of the power negative 0.5, right? Okay, good. Okay, Bram, what is f prime x?
Yes, miss.
What is f prime x?
I got 3e to the power of negative x over 2.
3 e to the power of,
Negative x over 2.
okay, negative x over 2, negative 0.5x. That's all?
Minus
Minus, okay.
3
It's supposed, yeah, 3
3x e to the power of negative x over 2 over 2.
over 2. Okay, so actually this one you times by 0.5, correct? So actually it's a plus, you time by negative 0.5, correct? Okay, so this one you have 3e to the power negative 0.5 x. So 3 times negative 0.5, you got 1.5. Yeah. So whenever we reach this stage, what we should do is we factorize it. Are you okay? We factorize. So actually, I should factorize straight from here. I take out 3. I take out e to the power of negative 5x. Are you clear? So you should straight away factorize from here. Okay, so if I factorize this, I have 3e to the power negative 0.5x, open bracket. Okay. Carol?
Yes, miss.
Yeah, can you tell me what should I write in the bracket here?
Wait, let me check my answer.
If I factorize out already, if I take out the common factor 3 and e to the power negative 0.5x, so what should I write here and here?
Wait. I put negative 1 over 2e.
No, you take out the e already. Why negative 1 over 2e?
Wait.
This whole thing you take out. So the coefficient here is 1. Am I right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. 1 take away.
Is it 1 over 2?
1 over 2 what?
X.
1 over 2x, or I take 0.5x, okay?
Yeah.
For my case, yeah. So that is my situation. So this is my f prime x. Why I need to factorize it is for the sake of part D. Yeah. If not, I will have to do this. If I write in this form, correct? Then here I have to use product rule, and here I have to use simple rule. So it's tougher. So it's better to factorize it like that. Clear? Okay. So part B. So what should I do for part B? Yeah, Christopher, B part 1.
F prime 1.
F prime 1. Okay, so I substitute with 3 e to the power negative 0.5 times 1, open bracket, 1 take away 0.5 times 1, correct?
Yep.
So I got here as 3 e to the power negative 0.5, 0.5. So this will be 1.5 e to the power negative 0.5. Okay. Christopher, is this value greater than 0 or less than 0?
Greater.
Greater, because this is positive, this is also positive, so greater than 0, correct? So if f prime 1 is greater than 0, so what does that mean? What can you say about fx? Okay, this is not part of the answer, so I write in red. F prime 1 is greater than 0, so therefore at x equal to 1, y equal to fx is, Christopher?
Is increasing.
Yes, you are right. So that means this part of the graph is going up, right? This is your y equal to fx graph for at x equal to 1, right? Okay, then what should I do for part B? Chunyi.
F prime 3.
Okay, f prime 3. Okay, f prime 3. Okay, Chunyi, tell me. 3.
3.
Well, Chunyi, you stop. I start writing, you stop talking.
Well, 1 minus 0.5 times 3.
Okay, so it will be 3e to the power negative 1.5, open bracket.
1 minus 1.5.
1 minus 1.5, so what is the answer?
0.5.
Negative
Negative
0,
0.5.
negative 0.5. So this one and this one multiply, what you get?
Negative 1.5. Teacher, your answer give negative 4.5.
So I wrong law. I multiply wrongly law. No calculator, okay? No calculator, I will die. I'm very poor in mathematics, in calculation. Okay. So negative 1.5 e to the, okay. So Chunyi, is this value greater than 0 or less than 0?
Less than 0.
Because this is negative and this is positive, correct? So less than 0. So f prime 3 is less than 0. So therefore, at x equal to 3, y equal to fx is, Chunyi?
Decreasing.
Yes, you are right. So everyone have to know what does the value of f prime tell you, okay? Decreasing. So the graph for this part is going down, right? Got it? Okay. Can we move on? Yeah, let's move on to part C. Okay. So who is the lucky one? Yeah. Hao-Zhe.
Yes.
Yes. Hao-Zhe, how to do C?
F prime x equal to 0.
How you know f prime x must be equal to 0?
Stationary.
Yeah, good. Stationary point means the rate of change at that point is 0. Okay, so what should I do next? Hao-Zhe?
The 3e power negative 0.5x 1 minus 0.5x equal to 0.
Okay, so I call another person to tell me what to do next. Okay, Krisha Lini, what should I do next step?
If the 3e to the power of negative 0.5x is divided by 0, which is 0.
No, you are not supposed to do like that when you want to solve. Okay, always remember, if you want to solve an equation, never put the other one over. Because if you put the other one over, you will lose one of your root. You should write it as e to the power of 3e to the power of negative 0.5x equal to 0. Or another factor equal to 0. Are you clear? Never divide. Okay, so Krishalini, what should I write at the bottom here? What should I write at the bottom? Can I find an x that will make 3e to the power of negative 0.5x equal to 0?
No.
No. So what should I write down here?
No solution.
Yes, thank you. No solution. Okay, Miss Lo don't want to write down is because Miss Lo want you to recall, okay? So then how about this one? The one on the right hand side? So can I say 0.5x equal to 1? Okay, so Krishalini, what is the value of x?
This is negative 0.5x.
No, it's the same.
Oh, yeah, it's 2.
Yeah. So it's 1 divided by 0.5, correct? So it's 2. Everyone know how to get. Okay, so when x equal to 2, what is the y? So we look for F2. Yeah. So can someone tell me how to get the y coordinate? Yeah. Jen, how? Lao Jen, how?
You sub x equals to 2 inside fx.
Yeah, so I know fx. So where is my fx? Tell me, please.
Yeah, the
Tell me, tell me. Okay.
the
Okay, I
fx
write 3. 3 times
2
2.
closing bracket e power
E
negative 2
power
power negative
negative
2 over 2.
Yeah, negative 2 over 2. Yeah. So
Then
this
get
will
6
be
over e.
6e to the power negative 1.
6 over e.
So it's 6 over e. Yes, you are right. Okay. So now how are we going to tell the nature of this stationary point? How are we going to say, Shafiq, Johari, how to know the nature of the stationary point?
Use sign diagram.
Sign diagram of who? There are 2 functions here, young man.
Prime x means f prime x.
Okay, f prime x. So f prime x, So f prime x. So I draw f prime x. So x can be any value, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so what should I mark down here?
Mark 2.
2. So after that,
And the
what can
value
I-
on the right is negative from the
value on
answer.
the right is a negative. How you know
Sorry,
it's negative?
positive.
On the
Eh,
right, positive.
Sorry, negative. I was
How you
correct.
know
The
it's
first one.
negative? Okay. How
From
you know?
B2.
Yes, from B2. 3 is here, correct?
Yes.
So f prime 3 is less than 0. So it's negative. Yeah. So, and here, f
Positive.
prime 1, we use 1, correct? So we get
Yes.
greater than 0. This all get from part B. So positive. So what is the nature of this stationary point? So 2, 6 over E is the,
Local maximum point.
yeah, local maximum. Everyone, are you okay? Do you know why is local maximum? because the graph of fx go like that. Fx graph. It go up, at 2 it stop, then it go down, right? Okay, everyone, got it? Okay, now let's go to part D. I have to go to the other page, huh? So for part D, every one of us know that f double prime x is the dy over dx of f prime x, correct? So if I want to get f double prime x, I have to write down my, what is my f prime x? My f prime x is this one, 3, yeah? Okay. My f prime x is 3 e to the power negative 0.5 x, open bracket, 1 minus 0.5 x. Yep. Okay. For me, when I work out my that one, correct? Okay, one of your friend is out from the class and didn't come in and didn't text me also. So class, actually attendance is not that important. What is important is you make sure you are in the class and you learn, correct? So using attendance to hold you back, that is very sad. Am I right? One of your friends is come in a while, then straight away go out already. I can see from my screen. Okay, after I will text her. Okay, so class, so I will let this usually lah. For me, I do. If this is a constant, correct? I will not put it as part of my U, so that when come to factorization, correct? I save my time. F double prime x, I just need to write a 3 here, then open. So I let my U be equal to e to the power negative 0.5x. And my V is equal to 1 over 0.5x. Okay, now, okay, can I have someone? Ishan or Ashan. How should I pronounce your name? E-A-S-H-A-N.
Ishan.
Ishan. Okay, Ishan, what is your U prime?
E power of 0.5x bracket negative 0.5.
Okay, good. What is the V prime?
0.5.
Sure. Look carefully.
Negative 0.5.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful. Okay, so now we sub into the product rule again, correct? Yeah. Ian, Aiman? Ian, Aiman? Aiman?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Quick.
U prime and V.
Yeah, okay. Tell me what to write.
Oh, U prime e to the power of 0.5x
Yeah, okay.
times negative 0.5 multiplied by 1 minus 0.5x.
Okay, correct. You're right.
And then plus negative 0.5 bracket times e to the power of negative 0.5x.
Okay, so this part we also factorize, correct? So what we factorize? If you want to factorize out negative also can. If you don't want also can, it's up to you. So we factorize out 0.5 and factorize out this one. Or you want to factorize out negative 0.5? Factorize out the whole negative 0.5, huh? And the whole thing here. So we got two things to factorize out. Okay? So I'm going to write it down. 3 negative 0.5 e to the power of negative 0.5x, open bracket, 1 minus 0.5x. This whole thing factorized out, so left with 1. So you put a plus 1, right? So you got negative 1.5 e to the power of negative 0.5x, 2 minus 0.5x. Okay, so we want f double prime to be equal to 0, correct? So f double prime x equal to 0. Yeah, so that means this whole thing equal to 0. Am I right? Okay, so what should I write the next step? Yeah, Madeline?
Negative 1.5 e to the power of negative 0.5x equals to 0.
So straight away, what you write down here?
No solution.
Correct. So that is called the habit, okay? The moment you see e to the power of something equal to 0, there is no solution. Okay, then the next one?
2 minus 0.5x equals to 0.
Okay, so what is your x?
So x equals to 4.
Yeah, 2 over 0.5, correct? So equal to 4. So we are done with that. Okay, so now, listen here. Huh? So I want to let you know that what do you mean by f double prime x? Okay, look, huh? If we know certain facts, so now I'm going to introduce to you what is the use of f double prime x. So if f prime x equal to 0, we can find, okay, we can find the x coordinate of the what of fx, stationary point of fx, correct? Y equal to fx, huh? If f double prime x equal to 0, we can find the x coordinate of the inflection point of y equal to fx. Inflection point, huh? Afterward, I will show you what do you mean by inflection point. Hold on first, huh? So if f double prime x equal to 0, we can find the x coordinate of the stationary point of y equal to f prime x. Agree or not? Because f double prime is the rate of change of f prime. So if now I draw the sign diagram of f double prime x, this is the 4 here. So if x is greater than 4, here will be negative, correct? Here will be Greater than 4 here will be negative, positive, because in front here is negative, and here will be negative. So this will be the local minimum for f prime x. This will be the local minimum for y equal to f prime x graph. Okay. Are you okay? So you have to know f prime x equal to 0. What does that mean? Refer to which graph? If f double prime x equal to 0, refer to this graph, it means inflection point. Refer to this graph, it means stationary point. So that is the use of the second derivative. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I forgot to set another question to sketch the graph. Okay, now, if I want to sketch the graph of okay, my graph is 3x e to the power of negative 0.5x, correct? So now we know that this graph has a turning point here, 2, and here is 6 over e. Am I right? Okay, and there is a special point at x equal to 4 somewhere. So when x equal to 4, so y is somewhere here. Okay, so we have that. So now we want to know what will happen to the graph. Okay, so now we want to study. Still remember, we want to study about, okay, as x approaches infinity. Okay, can I have someone tell me how am I going to continue? Chokan? I want to study this function. So what should I do next? This function is made up of x and e to the power of negative 0.5x. So what must I study next, Chokan?
e power negative 0.5x approaches negative infinity.
Okay, why you say approaches negative infinity, Chokan?
Because
It's the power
0.5.
is negative.
Yeah.
Chokan, look here. E negative infinity. How should I convert, Chokan? You've forgotten everything that I tell you, Chokan. Any exponential power negative, how should we write it to know the value?
1 over e over infinity.
Yeah, 1 over e
1
to the
over
power
e
of
power
infinity. So you think approaches what?
Approaches 0.
Yes, thank you. So you see, these are the things that you have to work in your mind, approaches 0. So therefore, my fx, which is 3 times of infinity times 0. So you will approach what? Chokan, I'm waiting for your answer.
0.
Yes. So that means when it comes to infinity, it will approach 0 here like that. So we want to study about the other end, correct? So as x approaches negative infinity, okay. Let me call a lady. I hope I got the right one. Shini, Neo Xinyi.
Yes, miss.
Okay, what happened to e to the power of negative 0.5x? Approaches?
Infinity.
Yeah, infinity. You are right. Everyone, do I need to explain why? I better, e to the power negative 0.5 times negative infinity. So it becomes e to the power of infinity. So this one will approach infinity. Understand? Okay, then what will happen to my fx, which is 3 times of negative infinity times infinity? It will approach Shini. Hello, this is negative infinity. This is infinity.
Infinity. 0.
Oi,
Is it?
negative times negative, what you get? Negative times positive, what you get?
Negative times positive.
Mm,
Negative.
negative. So you will approach.
Negative infinity.
Yeah. So there's no lower limit here. This is the horizontal asymptote. So this one will just go like that. The graph. So the graph go in this way. So you see, because here it approaches here, correct? So my graph cannot go down like that. Yeah. So at this point, oh, sorry. So at this point, correct? If we go down like that, then it won't approach 0. So at this point 4, so it go down. At this point 4, then it start to go in this way. So this is called the inflection point. Are you clear? So I redraw my graph, very untidy. So it go like that. So it go approach. Like that only can approach infinity, 0. Am I right? So this point, we call it the inflection point. So this is my y equal to fx graph. So this is called the inflection point. So look, if I label this point as A, this point as B, and this point as C. So when the x change from point A to point B, so my fx is increasing or decreasing? My fx is increasing or decreasing? Rachel. fx is increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
You are right, because fx is going down, the graph is going down, decreasing. Hi, how I spell decreasing? Is decreasing. Okay, decreasing at, okay, is the graph become steeper or less steep? Is the graph become steeper or less steep from A to B? Raisa?
Steep.
Steeper. So fx is decreasing at increasing rate. So are you okay? So then from B to C, fx is Saranya.
Decreasing.
Yeah, it's also decreasing because it's still going down. Decreasing. At or with also can. Okay, Sebastian, is the graph become steeper or less steep? Sebastian? Mr. Sebastian. Are you in my class? Or should I call you? Sebastian?
Hello. My mic wasn't working. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So fx is decreasing at
decreasing rate.
yeah, at a decreasing rate because the graph become less steep. Correct? Okay. So look, at point B, what can you say at point B? So anyone want to try at B? Fx is decreasing definitely. Decreasing what? At the what? Who want to try? At what rate? Compared to others. Okay. Wing Cheng. Wing Cheng? No, you cannot say increasing rate compared to others. When you do a comparison, when you compare to all the other points, you are comparing, correct? So comparative adjective, superlative adjective, this one. At what tau rate?
Higher.
The highest rate, or we say at the greatest rate. Yeah, highest rate, greatest rate, or fastest rate, up to you, whichever one you want to do. But usually we use decreasing at the fastest rate. So that's why we call that the point of inflection of fx. So the point of inflection of fx, this is called non-horizontal. It is the point whereby it is decreasing or increasing at the greatest rate. So this is something that you have to understand about inflection point of a function. Can or not? So we understand what do you mean by stationary point. So today we learn what do you mean by inflection point. Yep. Okay. So do you have any problem with your exercise 2F? Do you have any problem with the exercise 2F, exponential part? Hello? Tomorrow we are going to go to G. Then during holiday, you better do your review set. Then when you come back, we will practice for our SAT 1. Then 25th, we will have our SAT 1. Yes, class? Any issue on exercise 2F? Oh, I have a message here. Who is that? Okay, 6 over E. Sorry, this is 6 over E. Yeah. Okay, any question with exercise 2F? No? Very good. Hello. Sure? No? No, I'm going to end the class already. Okay, so tomorrow we will talk about exercise 2G, okay? And I will try to give you a question that concerning lawn. Shall we? Can we? Okay, we shall. Okay, thank you, class.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss. Bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Miss,